K-League's Incheon United FC is ready to take on the next challenge as the 2019 K-League season gets underway. Leading the team is Jorn Andersen, who after decades playing and coaching in Europe made the shift to Asia in 2016 to lead the North Korean men's national team. Now Jorn is here in South Korea as the manager of Incheon United FC, a post he took over last year. To talk more about his career and the 2019 K-League season, Jorn is here in the studio. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So you started your playing career in the 1980s in Norway and then really made a name for yourself as a player in Germany, top goal scorer for the 89-90 Bundesliga season. You even played for the Norway national team, and then you went into management. You were a bit of a journeyman coach in various clubs in Europe, but then in 2016 you became the manager of the North Korean men's national team. How did that come about?
Yeah, that was a long story, but I have a job in Europe, in Austria, by Austria Salzburg, and I just leave this club because they have financial problems. And 1 week before, I tell some agents I like to work in Asia because I like the Asia people, I like the Asia mentality, and like the Asia hard worker. And only 1 week later, they call me again and tell me, we have an offer for you from Asia. I said, yes, very interesting. But from North Korea. I said, first I was quiet, but then they say again, from North Korea national team. And I was a little bit surprised. And I said, think about it. I said, okay, let me think about it. I will call you back tomorrow. And that was the start of the talking with the North Korean national team.
What did you know about North Korea at that point?
At that point, I do know nothing. Only about the politics, only about the news, what was coming from North Korea to Europe. But from North Korean football, I didn't know nothing.
How did they approach you? What was the first meeting like?
Yeah, the first meeting was 1 week later in Munich. I meet some people from North Korea FA. And the meeting was very good. There was a long meeting. They informed me a lot of things from North Korean FA and North Korean football. And I was very interesting after this meeting.
What did you know about North Korean football? Did you know anything at all? Because there's so little information about North Korean football, only apart from what we see in the internationals.
Yes, this is right, because North Korean football, especially the men's football, was not so strong. Of course, I heard about it before. They was in the World Cup. They played some good tournaments. But mostly I heard for North Korean football was the ladies. Ladies is very strong in North Korea. They have a very strong ladies national team, and I see them many times play a good World Cup. So that was what I know before about North Korean football.
So you had this meeting. You met the North Korean FA. What was it about it that appealed to you? Why did you say yes?
Because after this first meeting, I have a good feeling, and we meet again, We meet 3-4 times, and more I get the more feeling that can be a good job for me. It can be a first step for me in Asia. And after some months and some meetings, I decided to do it.
What did your colleagues, your friends and family, what did they say?
Yeah, everyone was very surprised, but I explained them what I have to do and why I want to do it. Because it was not only the way football. Of course, I will go there to make a job for football. But I was always I was going there too to maybe start up a connection to other countries, because it's not normal that a foreign coach can go to train the national team for North Korea. So that was a first start of building some bridges outside.
So when you arrived in North Korea, what was the state of the football like there? And what were you trying to achieve? What were your goals?
Yeah, the state of the football was not high when I arrived there. Of course, just before I came, they missed the World Cup qualification in Asia. They was very unlucky. That was the reason why they tried to get a European or German coach. And after coming there, after to check all the teams, after to check all the national players, I make a group, I make a national team. With this national team, I work every day like a club. I make training with them every day, 2 times a day. They have a big training center with a lot of fields. There is the lady national team, there's the men national team. Young national team is living there. They are living there all the time, and we can work with the player there very good and very hard.
So they didn't have any kind of like club commitments like they would do in other national teams?
Yes, they have clubs too, but the main reason to take me to make the national team stronger. And when I come there, I look all the club matches, and after 30 days, I can pick my national team. And with this player in the national team, they was training with me every day, 2 times a day, all the week. And Saturday they go back to the club, play the club match in the weekend to get match practice, and Monday they come back to me again and train all the week with the national team.
How are the players? Were they very receptive to your training methods and the North Korean FA as well?
Yes, they was very glad to get a new coach with new ideas. I was very happy with the player. They are really hard worker. I have to see that. I was very surprised about the player, how hard they want to work, on how hard they accept my program. So everything takes step for step, and everything celebrates really fast.
And then did the North Korean FA set goals for you, as such targets for you? What were they expecting out of this?
Normally, no, they don't give me some targets, but they knows with this team I can make some good results. And before I come, the next task was qualification for the East Asia Championship in Tokyo 2017, and later the qualification for the Asia Championship in United Arab Emirates 2019. This was the two main points for me these 2 years, and these two tasks I make with the team, and we was qualified for the East Asian Championship, and we go to Tokyo. We play against countries like South Korea, Japan, and China, and make a very good tournament. We play a very good tournament. We was a little bit unlucky against Japan, against South Korea, but against China we was really good, and at the end we play a very good tournament. After that we start in the qualification for the Asia Championship. We make a good qualification, and we qualified for the Championship 2019. After that they come to me and told me, we are sorry because all through the sanctions what the country are getting, they don't can renew my contract for the Asian Championship. They don't have money to renew my contract. So that was the end of my trainer job in Korea.
That must have been a surprise. They just came out of the blue and saying, because of the sanctions, we can't pay you, therefore we have to cut down and we have to let you go. Is that how they said it?
Yeah, when you live in North Korea, you understand a little bit, because the problem with the politics in the last months was difficult. In the beginning, my money is coming every month. They pay me every month, but at the end, I feel they have big problem to pay my money. Sometimes it's coming some weeks, some months later. So I understanding the whole situation about the problem in the sanctions through this sanction what the US give them. They come less and less money into the country. I feel that.
So I was going to ask, what was your life like there? If you were there for 2 years, and then you say later on you feel these sanctions, so around you, what was life like?
Around me, I was there to make a job, and this job was very hard for me. I don't have many time without my job. My daily work was stay up in the morning, go to the training, prepare the training, go to the training, and I will back to the lunchtime. I have a small rest, and then I prepare the new training for the afternoon, and come back in the evening. And in the evening I eat, have a dinner with my wife, and then sleeping. That was the daily rhythms every day for me. So we don't have many times together to do something in North Korea. It's not a big program there to do something, but sometimes we was in the embassy area, and the embassy area they have some cinema, some parties or some celebration. That was all what we're doing there.
There will inevitably have been criticism of you taking the post about North Korea's terrible human rights record, development of nuclear weapons while people starve, and you were there even when Kim's half-brother was assassinated in Malaysia. So what was your response to some of those criticisms?
No, my response was that I know when I go there, I don't want to speak about politics. I only go there to make my work for football. And when in this time when I was there, I don't make my opinion about the politics, what I do with the country, what was happened outside the country. In my time there, the Kim Jong-un was shooting some missiles up, but my opinion about it I don't tell, and my main point was there to create the football and to build some bridges outside. At the end, I see in this time I was there, I was 2 years there. From the beginning I come to 16 to end of to 18, the country I celebrate a lot. When I come, it was no mobile phone in the country. When I leave, always every in the street have mobile phone. When I come, it was never cars in the street. We don't see many cars. At the end, it's a lot of cars, German cars, Japanese cars, many cars. So in these 2 years, when I was there in North Korea, everything developed a lot without the football too.
North Korea, though, is still a very oppressive regime. Did you feel any of that for you while you were there?
No. My work there was great. They support me in all ways, and everything what I want to have, they give me. And from the beginning to the end, they give me guides, they give me translator, they give me driver. I have a very nice place to live. And without my work, I was free. I can walk around in the city without controlling.
And looking back at your time, how would you describe your time in North Korea?
I will never miss it. It was a very good time. I take very good experience. It was a hard time because it was a lot of work with a team who celebrate, who develop a lot. And from the beginning, when I come there to the end, the team have take a very big step. And when I leave, I think the team was one of the 5 best in Asia. But after I leave again, I don't know what's happened. In the Asia Championship, they make a bad tournament, so I was really surprised.
Let's look ahead now. I mean, not ahead as such, but after the North Korea let you go, you stayed in the Korean Peninsula. You decided to come to Incheon United FC. What were your impressions, about the KLeague and Incheon United, and how did you come about coming to South Korea?
First of all, I was very happy for this time in North Korea because it's more easy for me to come to South Korea. After this time in North Korea, I get a lot of offer. Not only from Asia, from Europe, from Africa, from many things. But as I have a long talk with my wife, and we want to stay in Asia, especially in Korea. And from KLeague, we get three offer from the KLeague clubs. But the feeling, this interest from Incheon United was the biggest. My feeling was that is a club who want me mostly. So at the end, that was the reason why I decided to sign 2 years for Incheon United.
What did you know about the KLeague before you came? What was your impressions of it?
Not very much. I follow a little bit when I was in North Korea. Was not very much to see, but we see something in internet. And after I get some offer from South Korea, I look in YouTube about the teams, about the matches, and after I sign or when I get the contract with Incheon United, I look all the matches what I play before I come here, and inform me a lot. So I was very good prepared when I come here.
So you've been here just under a year. How have you adjusted? Is it the adjustment period been okay?
Yeah, it was a good time, but very difficult time because I come here. The team was not in good shape. The team was stay bad in the KLeague, and it was a hard work from begin to the end. We was in a situation what we had to celebrate in the league, and it was very difficult because the team take too much goal in the beginning. The defending and the physical part was very bad. So it was a lot of work for me to give this team this quality what I do that to the end.
Do you think your time in North Korea helped you adjust to life in South Korea at all?
Yes, what I say before, there was a big help for me to be used to the Korean people, because my opinion, the North Korean, South Korean people are Korean people. They are the same people, and it was a big help for me this time in North Korea to get used to the South Korean people.
So now you had a difficult season last season, but we're looking ahead now this year. The season, is starting. What are your hopes for this season now?
Yeah, our main point this season is to do a little bit better than last year, to not play against the relegation, to have a good start, and we have make many changes in the management and in the team. So we hope that we can have a good start of the season and really have a good season together with our club and our fans.
And one last question I want to ask as well. Some of our international listeners might be interested about the Vietnamese player as well that you signed, Kung Phong. What do you see his role in the team this year?
His role, okay, because he's only 1 week with us together. He come very late to the team, only 2 weeks before the KLeague start. We have to give him time. I have speak with him. He was without training when he arrived, was 4 weeks without training, so he needs some time to come back in good condition. And I speak with him and tell him we will give him time, and he don't have to think we're waiting. He's coming a world star like Ronaldo to Incheon. Now he's coming Kung Phong. He's a foreign player. He's coming from another country. He need time to come into the team, to be used to the South Korean football. And this time we will give him time that he can take step for step. And the season is long, and I hope he can give us very good support through the whole season.
Well, thank you for coming in today. That's Jorn Andersen, the Incheon United FC manager. Thank you for coming in, and wish you all the best for this next season coming up.
Thank you very much.